Good morning, everyone. This is Babs. This is Unchanging Faith Ministry of Dothan, Alabama. And I would like to say to all of you, enjoy your observance of Martin Luther King Jr.'s birthday. Um, there's so many things that should be going on in your local area. And do remember, although he fought for our freedom, we are free through Jesus Christ, but it is because of Martin Luther King Jr. that many blacks now hold offices they could have never even thought of. If it had not been for him, we probably wouldn't even have Obama as the president. My son just brought that to my attention a few minutes ago. I remember so well as if it was yesterday when black people had to stand at the window in the rain of a restaurant in the city of Ozark where I partially grew up just to get their food. They were not allowed to come in and sit down. I remember once on a trip to my grandmother's house in Mississippi, we stopped at a little mom and pop gas station, and I told my mom, I said, I gotta go to the bathroom. But she was laughing, talking with dad, and didn't really pay me attention. I was in a hurry. I ran in the first door I saw. When she noticed I was gone, right in the middle of me using the bathroom, she ran in, grabbed me up, and said, baby, you can't go in there. And then that's when she pointed to the sign on the door that said white. It was at that point that she really started to explain to me more about the civil rights, because I grew up mostly in Europe. Even in first grade, being in Alabama, I went to school at Fort Rucker. I had all nationalities with me. I don't think I honestly knew what color I was until around 1966. And that was when we came back stateside and I got back home from school, and I was like, something ain't right with that school. And that's when she sat down and explained segregation to the T. But the whole point is, because of men like Martin Luther King, we began to have freedoms. But I want you to know that we should not let their lives and their deaths be in vain. Too many people, black and white, died so that freedom could ring. Yet and still, you go to a football game and you see blacks, and I'm finna talk about all of us. You see blacks all huddled up together. Why? If you were made to sit in a certain section, you would be arguing. Now you can sit where you want to and you just huddle up together. You can sit anywhere on a bus. You can live in any neighborhood. Even Forsyth County, Georgia now has black people in the neighborhood. So I stress to you all, stop being so caught up into what you think has brought you to where you are, and start to look at a person's heart and their character instead of judging their skin. Because I happened to hear something on yesterday, just briefly, where there was a Caucasian man complaining about black people. Those kind of thoughts are going to keep you in bondage. Jesus came along, he saw no color. There was no color created. Learn to love a person regardless of the color of their skin. Look at their character. If you see flaws in that, pray about it. Encourage them. Don't put them down. So I'm not going to be on for an hour today. I just wanted to say hello to you and encourage you to go out to some of the celebrations. If you don't feel like doing that, invite your family and friends over and just hang out together. And for the older ones like myself, young children love to hear the stories of how they made it to where they are now. My granddaddy used to tell me all those stories. I'd sit by his red rocking chair and he'd tell me about how they had to walk to school. I ain't talking about no 2 blocks away. They walked miles to school, regardless of the weather. He'd tell me about his little tin syrup bucket that his mother would pack his lunch in. These are things that our grandchildren and even my children, they never experienced a life like that. So it's a good day to just sit back and talk about where you came from. But most of all, talk about your plans for where you're going. Enjoy your holiday. Enjoy it. Be safe. Be safe. And don't let this day just go by. Share a little history. Y'all have a good day. I'll meet you back on tomorrow.